Hey guys, and welcome back to Hello, my name is Alex. I actually want to walk you through today some other steps you can take in order to really push again on digital products. Now, I mentioned a few different ideas, different strategies, different approaches, different things that you can take, and hopefully that's been helping you guys to be able to really start selling and making money for yourselves. And if you are, again, leave a comment down below, share your stories. I'd love to talk to you, your experiences, because as I keep saying very strongly, we are social primate animals. That networking, that building, that trust, that really becomes something more. And I hope that's been helpful for you guys as a whole. Anyway, so our next one here, I have 5 steps for you that you can take that actually be able to make a different approach in able to sell your digital products in a different means. First of all, which is always important, you should pick your platform. Now, I have emphasized this before, but I'll say it again. YouTube is mine, but your ones could be different. You can use Instagram, you can use TikTok, you can use Lincoln Learn, you can use anything. Use you that works for you, right? But more importantly, above anything else, try to stick with one platform, because if you multi-purpose your platforms, what happens is that you kind of get too diversified, and as a human being, we forget. You might do something before, and then you go, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. You might forget to do something, and then someone else might steal your material. That happens. Just be careful that the more platforms you're on, you have to be more careful of what you're doing, and you have to be more wary, because you don't want to stretch yourself too thin, because you're going to experience burnout, and then you're going to stop altogether. Okay, so just a little FYI, I've seen too many people do this and burn out too fast and do a lot of mistakes. So one platform only, really become very prolific in that area, and then you're going to find that you're going to build better that way. And if you feel strongly that you can start going to other platforms, like I said before, you can use TikTok, Instagram, and other ones, you can do that, and it does work exceptionally well. But don't overdo things that you can't control, and don't do things that you feel it's going to kind of like overlap the you, because you want to turn this as a business, you want to make this work, right? But you also want to make this fun, you want to make this easy, you want to simplify, because that's important. It's about building metrics and systems in place where it simplifies the work so you can produce more and gain more. That's very important, guys. Anyway, so first of all, pick your platform. I mentioned it, very important. Number 2, you should create one simple product. Why? Like I said many times before, one simple product to solve one simple problem. To solve one simple problem for one person will solve many overall. What does that mean? Very simple. Okay, again, I've said this before. Once you realize a problem for a person, try not to aim two things that are too highly saturated, but if you do, that means you happen to know something more than someone else. But if you don't, it's okay. Solve a more general problem that's out there and aim that first, because solving the one problem will solve many, and those people are going to come to you and they're going to buy your product. They will go into your product because they have value in what you're trying to sell. So that's important, guys. Create the one simple product to solve that one simple problem, because it's going to reach out to a larger group of people. Number 3 is you offer a lead magnet, right? So you're basically going to be able to offer, maybe different YouTube channels and whatnot, and you want to say, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I can offer, this is what I can give you. Because if you do that, you're offering a lead magnet, then you go, this is what I can, pretty much provide in this product. It may be a simple thing as a whole, a little checklist. Again, I love checklists, but you do that. That can kind of like, that freebie product kind of leads them into something more, because it kind of walks them into your actual product that you're selling. And you go, hold on, this actually is a key problem, because you already initiated by solving that one problem. But 2, now you're kind of breaking it down just a little bit, dangling that carrot a little bit, saying what you can offer from it, from buying this into this product. They're more willing to go into it, right? Because you're leading them into it now. You're walking them into the process. You're not tricking them, you're not fooling them. That's not what you're trying to do. You're just trying to solve one problem at a time and telling why they should do this. Because once they realize that they should go out without it, they're more willing to buy it, right? So that's something really important to do. All right, now the 4th step is make searchable content. So what does that mean by that? What you're doing is basically now building videos. I said this before, making your videos like business funnels, where it leads them into an area that you want them to buy into that product. So let's say, again, I said this in previous ones before, but let's say you're solving that one problem. You want that one problem to kind of be initiated in each of your videos, because you're leading them into saying this is what you want them to buy into, because this is what it breaks into in the longer run. Sometimes you can't really explain everything in 5 or 10 minutes. You just can't. Therefore, you're breaking up your videos into 5 or 10 videos based on really pushing and selling that product big. I wouldn't push it to 10 videos. It's a bit too much there. I think limitations maybe 1 to 5 at best. Even 5 is pushing it. If you can do it in 2 videos, that really showcases what you want, because what you're going to try to do here is because eventually you're going to move on to more products, right? So you're really trying to sum up everything in a nutshell of what you're trying to do here. So really kind of push your product out there and you're really pitching it. Because that's all it's about, pitching the product, solving that one key problem, and making sure that that client, that customer cannot go without, because that really solves a key problem. Even though it may only resolve that 1% of an issue or that particular issue at that time, it may not be able to resolve every issue in their life, but it really will bring relief for that one problem. And they'll go, you know what, I love this. And maybe he or she can provide me more. And that more is a big deal. That more will bring them back again over and over and over again. But you don't want to sway them too much away from you. That's why I'm saying when you build your videos and you want to make them very business orientated to the product you're trying to sell, you don't want to oversaturate it to a point you want to overdo yourself with too many videos, because that kind of is too much. You know, you really want to bring them in with 1 or 2 videos, 2 or 3 videos, 5 at max, that kind of really brings into that product and go why they should get that PDF file, that digital product that you have, and why that resolves a particular pain point. That will generate you money, more leads, and more people coming to you in the long run. Passive income, guys, passive income. All right, and then 5th, now you're using your email listing to sell. Because now you've done all the 4 lists above, the 5th one really hits those key pointers, because now they became your email listing. You now have them as your main contacts. You can actually share more to them. You can offer more services, and you're selling it directly. You're being on that one-on-one basis, that familiarity. You're not, using our platforms. You're doing it yourself. You're now building real leads. This is a business. You're treating YouTube as a business, guys. You're being the online entrepreneur, not the online creator anymore. You're taking it a whole different approach. And these people, after you build this listing, will always come back over and over and over again. Over and over and over again, guys. That's passive income, guys, and you can do this very quickly. Now again, this is not about building millions and billions of dollars. It may not do that. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But the idea is that you're earning income at the start, and you're making steps. You're taking the first step in making digital products that you didn't know you could do before, because you're now actually approaching it in another way. So this way here is using your email listing as ongoing people, and you're talking directly, and these are your real buyers. So that's another approach you can take. So I'll repeat the 5 steps. Okay, so 1, you pick your platform. 2, create the one simple product. 3, offer a lead magnet. 4, make searchable content. And 5, use emails to sell. These 5-step process is another way you can approach your way of selling digital products using YouTube, using your other social media platforms that you may take on board or you may not, but focus on the one, as a way to be able to sell your digital products. You can do it today. You can do it right now. Just get out there and give it a go. You have nothing to lose and hardly any money put into this. You've done it pretty much free. You may put a little bit of dollar in there, a little bit of cash, but that's all it is. It's just a little bit to make a lot. You have to start somewhere. And you'll be surprised what people really need. Hit those pain point guys, listen to your people, and reach out to them, okay? So I'm keeping this pretty much short and simple today. I'm not only going too long, but hopefully that's been very helpful and kind of guide you in the right direction. Now, I have said this before, I want to quickly squeeze this point in too. Remember, at the end of the day, treating your digital product on a different platform, or if you're selling your email list on your community, that's different because they already know who you are. But for those who don't know who you are, you have to remember, you have to treat this just like YouTube, just like other social media platforms. It's about that thumbnail, and this thumbnail is your cover letter. This lighting in this area. Sorry about this. I'm in one of the training rooms over here. It's about your cover of your digital product, because you're selling it on a different platform. So that's your thumbnail. Your title, of course, is the problem, the pain point you're trying to resolve, right? So you're going to make sure it's on there and very clear. And these 2 things is your kind of the clickbait, so then they at least get into it so they can see the material, because they'll be hooked in. They'll be hooked in after that because you're resolving a key issue and a key problem that they're dealing with. So remember guys, just like YouTube, this is selling on a different platform. Your digital product has to go that same process, because you're going to be battling against so many other people in this area and that you're trying to go into in particular. And by doing so, you're making sure you're of course addressing a key pain point for a person you're dealing with, that many other people are having the same problem, but you still have to attract them first so they can see the material that you have. Okay? So as always, if you want to reach out to me, I do provide, coaching, mentoring. It's there. Just reach out to me. It's very easy. If you want to just collab and niche out, heck, I'll do that with you. I'd love to do that too because I love networking. As always, we're primates that want to socialize and network, therefore social media. And if you want to leave a like, subscribe, or comment down below, that always helps me a lot. I'll see you guys in the next episode. As my name is Alex. See you now. Bye-bye.